Good morning. Happy Saturday. My name is Truth. I'm an embodied intimacy coach, shaman, mentor, and guide for the awakening. I'm on this morning because what's been coming up for me is some questions that I've heard people speaking about, and also some topics that I've heard people speaking out about with regards to twin flames. And I know this might sound like a really far out there topic, and for a lot of people it is a far out there topic, and for me, for a long time, it was a very far out topic. I have been in twin flame connection in my life. I have met a twin flame, right? So I've met someone where my perception of them and in my inner knowing was that they were my twin flame. And this relationship was, and still in my heart is, one of the most ecstatically blissful and excruciatingly challenging relationships I've ever been in. And the reason why I'm coming on and sharing about this is because I know there's a lot of heartbreak surrounding this kind of connection. There's a lot of loss of self and sort of a drowning in the energy of the relationship that I've experienced. A lot of people who have this twin flame word in their life and feel they've met their twin flame have had that kind of experience where they've been lost in the flame. They've been burned by the flame. It's so hot, you get burned. So the reason why I want to share is because regardless of whether it's my twin flame, the guy at the end of the road, my brother, my sister, my father, my mother, my own personal journey with my life as a human being is to awaken more fully to myself and to learn more about myself. And so what I felt has helped me in this kind of a relationship with the twin flame type of dynamic, which in my perspective, it's everything gets a little heightened. There's a sense of heightened energy with regards to both my internal stuff being triggered and with regards to the passion and the love and the juiciness. First of all, so let me backtrack. So, I have utilized these kinds of relationships, or this relationship in particular, to learn more about myself. It was challenging. It's so challenging because I am an intimacy coach. So I have done so much work on myself to have healthy communication skills, to come from love, to learn how to move through my triggers, to speak gracefully in conflict, to own my mess, right? I've done a lot of work surrounding these kinds of topics that really help people. Oh, and sexual empowerment. I've healed sexual shame. I've come to a place of fully expressing my sexual embodiment in relationship, right? And so all those things I'd had worked on, and then I get into this relationship and it's like, what the fuck? There's stuff coming up, so it must be your stuff. So I at first was very shocked with the amount of stuff that came up in that relationship, right? Well, if stuff comes up, it's the nature of the connection, right? We are drawn to people in life to reflect a certain aspect of ourselves. Either it's an aspect that we love, or it's an aspect that we need to look at more, and it's an aspect that we don't like and we're judging them for it. And then obviously, if you're pointing, that was a hand judging them for it, but there's typically like the 3 fingers pointing back. If you're judging someone else, you're judging yourself for that, right? So I learned even deeper and deeper and deeper where I was still lacking love for myself. It is humbling to have an experience of relationship where the thing I claim I'm a master at, I'm humbled by. And that's okay. That's perfect. That's beautiful. That's growing, right? But I wanted to share about, again, the way that I've utilized relating, especially with this twin flame dynamic, is to learn about myself more and to love myself more. If you're in a relationship and you're loving yourself less, that's something that I want to be mindful with my language, but if you're in a relationship where you love yourself less as a result of being in that relationship, I would take a look at that. I would take a look at any place where we give our power away, whether it's because someone's making us feel really good or whether someone's making us feel really bad, if we put that feeling or that type of sensation into the other person's hands, like it's they're what is bringing this love into our life, then we're going to in some ways subtly give our power away. It's okay. We do this. Being in love creates a ripple where we remember ourselves more. So thank the Lord for all the lovers out there sending ripples of union, sending ripples of self-love out into the world, right? Thank you. Thank you. If you're in a relationship and you're loving yourself and sending love to your partner and doing any kind of relational dance, I love you. I appreciate it because it's helping everyone come into harmony. So, yeah, I love relationships. I love people in relationships. I love talking about relationships. It's, to me, the spice of life, right? A lot of the things I see on the planet as far as like the way we treat the mother and the way we treat one another and a lot of the problems that are existing on the planet, to me, are relational problems. They're problems where we've been hurt so deeply by something that has happened, where we hold so much anger and pain and separation from ourselves, separation from source, separation from each other. It's the same. And so I'm here to really anchor in a new level of relating where we have such personal sovereignty, such personal grace and love for ourselves, and utilizing relationships as a way to experience self-realization. Even the stuff that sucks, even the stuff that I hate doing or that is gross and like, oh man, I can't believe I said that thing. Oh my God, I just shit all over myself and my partner. And yes, spice of life. Just shit all over myself, shit all over my partner, just poo-poo, caca everywhere. Embrace it. Embrace that you did that. It's okay. You are still loved and valuable and worthy and gracefully accepted by me. I mean, there are people who can love you unconditionally as well, and I accept you. I accept your flawed, icky, messy, dirty parts because in my experience, that's where the juice is. That's where the most growth I've experienced has been, right? Once I got done with positive spirituality, a while back, and trying to be the bright light for everyone and spread the love and share brightness and only talk about positivity because I am positive and we are all here to experience love, right? When I got past that phase of my awakening process, that was a really long time. I spent a really long time being a healer in my earlier years before I did it as a profession, being a healer, and I felt like my duty on the planet was to spread as much love as possible and to make everyone happy. Making everyone happy is a trap. It's a trap. So once I was done with that, I started discovering parts of myself that were so unloved. And, this is where my gifts as a shaman come into play because I do a lot of deep inner healing, inner psycho-spiritual healing with people. And so although I'm an intimacy coach, the healing work that comes through me has a lot to do with my gifts as a shaman and my ability to see patterns and my ability to see into another realm, a realm in which our human lives and our spiritual sense of self are not separate. So I'm able to, with that sight, help people weave together this spiritual aspect of themselves, this sacred aspect of themselves with the very mundane, seemingly insignificant parts of their lives and their relationships. Positivity can be a trap. Yeah, it is what's key. It is what's key. So if you're in any kind of relationship, I commend the time and energy and love and dedication that it takes to maintain a beautiful connection, as far as like a relationship where you're in a life partner energy. And in any relationship too as well, takes something. It takes a willingness to look at oneself deeply, deeply. And, you know, when it comes to the mirror effect and all of that, you know, I could go really far out into that, but really it's about loving yourself so deeply that whatever comes up for you is taken a deep look at. I don't mean accepting other people's abuse. I don't mean standing in the face of someone treating you like shit. However, I do recommend that if something is arising for you about that it's an opportunity to look deeper and find a piece of the self that's screaming for attention and wanting to be heard and anchored in and integrated so that you can become more whole and more complete. And then from that place of completeness, I had to step outside because the connection was poor. So yeah, I'm about to go to the beach, and I thought of getting on because I was feeling a lot of people and some energy surrounding this twin flame. I love that this is an aspect that we can take a look at, but please don't get wonky with it. Use all relationships to take a look at oneself. Or at least this is how I utilize relationships. And you know, when something happens and it's uncomfortable, and then we learn to look at ourselves and the way that we can love ourselves even deeper within that, then at that point we have an opportunity of entering into a relationship with another being at a different point in time, or the same being at a different point in time, and having it be a different relationship. Yeah, I understand how it can hurt you to your core when negative people thrust their shit at you. I have had the same experience many, many times. I have had so much sensitivity surrounding other people being mean to me and hurting me and saying really cruel things to me. It's impacted me a lot, and I've done a lot of inner work that's gotten me to a place where someone can be saying the meanest stuff to me, right? The things that they know I'm the wounded at most in, right? I'm sure you understood what I'm saying. And I can walk away from that interaction feeling empowered. And that's taken something. That's taken a lot of internal and external reflection work. And family, yep. Yes, that's true. You know, for me, it's all come from my family. Yeah, I mean, and then I've attracted people who were like my family members. And that was a journey as well. And so if you're on this journey of finding a little bit more or a lot of it more of a deeper understanding of yourself within relationship, and you're seeking to really heal from any weird dynamics that aren't serving you anymore, please reach out to me. I love this work. I love this work, and I am so dedicated to showing up for people and really helping them transform through this so that they can live a liberated, loving life. I am passionate about this, and so that love and that dedication that I have shared with myself, I share with you. Reach out to me and we can schedule a conversation, even just to see if there's a potential for that. And if there's anything you want to speak with me about in general, please reach out to me. Yeah. I'm always open for creative conversation and exploration. And if you're someone who wants this work to be brought into a group setting, I'm also starting a once a month, will go up to more, but right now a once a month meetup group, where we're going to be diving into ecstatic intimate practices and embodied intimacy practices and dialogues and communications. So this is going to be once a month starting off, and I might start to revamp it up and go longer as I continue. But that's what's happening, and I'll be launching that within the next couple weeks. Everyone will have a date and a time and a place. So thank you for whoever's hopped on this call. I love you. May we shine our hearts forward today and love ourselves and give ourselves the nourishment that we need in order to shine our hearts forward. Thank you, and blessed day. Thank you for everyone who's joined on this call, and I'm gonna go jump in the ocean right now, and my dog's barking. Hey, okay, bye, love you guys.